Hello guys, welcome back to my channel VFX Expert. Guys, in this today's class, we are going to see how to export camera tracking data from PFTrack to After Effects. So let's start the class here. So here in PFTrack, I have imported our footage and also I have cached my footage in RAM. So if you want, you can simply click on this C icon. So this will cache your footage in RAM. Then you can play in real time. Now play and check. So this footage just we have to track. Then after this, we have to export these camera data for After Effects. So again, for tracking our shot, first right click on this footage, then click on tracking and just select this auto track node here. Then just connect this footage with our this auto track, then double click here. Then downside these are our auto track node parameters. So first check this preview so we can see here points or locator. So these points or locator just I am going to track for this shot. And suppose if you want to increase your numbers of point, then simply in candidate number you can type it here. So maybe 100. Then after this we have to click on auto track here. So for camera tracking I have already created many videos, link I have given in description. So here I have tracked my shot. Then after this we have to solve our camera. Then before solving, if you want, you can also delete some high error points here. So then come here in this error option, then click on this fit view, then click on this trim. Then from here just you can trim or you can delete your high error points. So maybe these points. Then again click on this parameter options. Now just I am going to solve our camera. Then right click on this auto track node, then solving, then camera solver. Then here downside we have to click on solve all. So here I have solved my camera. Then after this just click on solve a log here. Here you can see these are our error, which is 0.21. So this is too good here. Then after this we have to orient our scene. Then again click on this camera options here. Then right click on this camera solver, then click on utilities and select orient scene. So here first we have to define our origin, because here just I want to place some objects. So this is just I am going to select as origin. So simply just select this point, then downside click on set origin. Then we have to orient our scene. Then in edit mode just simply you can select rotate and just you can orient your scene. So maybe now just check. So now here just I have oriented our scene. Then after this again we have to click on this none options here. So now just play and check here finally. So just play again, click on this fit view option. So easily we can fit over this footage in this frame. So now play and check. So here this is looking good here. Then after this if you want to suppose check your camera solve, then you can create some test objects here. So here just I am going to create some test object. Then again right click on this orient scene. Then select this geometry and test object. So then double click here, then downside you can select, so maybe this thumb track here, then uncheck this recenter option and simply click on add to scene here. So this will add your this geometry on your origin here first. Now play and check. So here this is looking good here. Then again if you want to place these elements in different point, then you can also place. So for this simply just click on duplicate, or you can create another objects here. So just select this one, click on duplicate. Then in interaction mode just we can select this place your selected feature, then you can select your feature or point. So again first duplicate, then just maybe this one origin. So maybe these test objects just placed in our scene and this is looking good here. So like that you can test your scene. Now finally just I am going to export these camera data for After Effects here. So for this what we can do, simply again right click on this test object, then click on export, then select this export node, then double click here on export node. Then downside here in format, first we have to select this Adobe After Effects .mf file, because here just I am going to export these camera data for After Effects. So remember this one, this option just we have to select. Then in file name we have to select our folder where you want to save this file, then simply click here and just select your folder. So in our this new VFX footage just I am going to save this file. So this is your file name, which is building_top.ma. And if you want to change your file name, then simply you can type it here. Otherwise this will automatically take name from your footage. Then finally we have to click on this save. Then here before clicking on this export scene, because here just I am going to export these camera data for After Effects. So here if you will click on this export scene now, so this will actually export your all these locators are point. But here before exporting, I am going to export only my required points, not all points, because this is actually too much points are here. Okay, so how you can actually just export only required points here. So for this, in our this tracker options, so maybe, so now you can see maybe 14 or 1500 points just I am going to export it here, but there is no need for these points. So according to my requirements, just I am going to export some points for After Effects, not all these points. So here first we have to select our point which we don't want to export. So how you can actually just exclude here? So just simply click on this marquee selections here, then you can select. So like this, just you can simply select, even hold Control and Shift, then simply you can this create marquee selections here. Then downside you will get this exclude options here, then click here. So this will actually exclude all these points which we have selected. So maybe, so according to your requirement, just you can exclude your point. Remember this one. So maybe this is sufficient for us. Now just I am going to export these points here. Then finally we have to click on this export scene. So export succeeded. So now before open your After Effects, just check your here frame rate, which is about 25 fps. So on 25 fps I have tagged this shot. So this is again important for After Effects here. So now come in After Effects. So now here in After Effects, first we have to import our file which we have created from PFTrack. Then simply click on this file, then click on import files and just select your file which we have created from PFTrack. So in our this new VFX folder, we have created this file which is our this building underscore top file, which is our MA file. Remember this one. Then simply click on this import here. Then after this, if you will see here, just you will get this actually compositions here, which is our again building underscore top. So this will automatically just import your file as a compositions here. Even you can also check your frame rate, which is 25 fps. Then finally we have to double click on this composition here. So this will actually load your composition in this timeline. So now here you can see these are our points or locator which we have exported from PFTrack, and this is our camera here. Then after this, we have to import our original footage or BG plates here. Then again simply click on file, click on import file and just select your footage. So inside this folder there is our footage. So again select first one or starting frame, then check this PNG sequence or whatever sequence you have, then click on import. Again press OK here. So now here before placing your footage into timeline, one more important things here. If you will check your this footage frame rate, which is actually it's showing 30 fps. So first before placing this footage into this timeline, we have to change this footage frame rate. Otherwise this will not match according to this camera animation which we have imported from PFTrack. Remember this one. So this is the most important things here. So just I am going to change this frame rate here according to this composition, which is 25 fps. Then right click on this footage, then click on interpret footage main, then simply you can type here. So 25 fps, because on 25 fps I have tracked my shot in PFTrack. Then finally click on OK. So now you can see here this footage frame rate which is 25 fps. Now we have to place this footage into our this timeline. So just simply select and place it here at last. So now you can see here. So just simply click on this fit option, so usually we can see, and just make little bit half here. Now just save your this After Effects project here. So Control S. So give any name. So any name just you can give. Then after this just play and check. So now the play and check. So these are our locators. So this is actually a little bit too big here. So simply just select all your locators. Now press S for scale and just simply type it here. Maybe. So now these are sufficient for us. Now again press Ctrl A and press S here. So this will actually hide your this scale property here. Now you can see. So these are our locator or point which we have imported from PFTrack. So now here after this, just before placing any object into this scene, just hide all these unnecessary points here. So maybe some point which we want to keep here, so just simply select. So easily we can keep, and remaining we can hide it here. So simply select this one. So here this one, so just log this one first, then maybe some points on our this wall here. So because just you have to keep your required points here. Okay, so maybe this one. So again you can see here, just log these points and maybe some points also. So maybe these points are sufficient for us. Then after this what we have to do, just again we have to select press Control A. So here I have selected everything except all these log point here. Then downside also we have to deselect over this footage. So hold Control and deselect, and also just deselect this camera. Now we have to actually click on this side layer option, whichever this one. Then after this we have to click on this option. So this will actually just hide your points or unnecessary locator from your this timelines here. So now easily we can see here. So these are our actually main important points for locator here. Then after this you can unlock these points. Then easily we can select according to your requirements here. Okay, and this is our camera and this is our footage. Now finally press Ctrl S. So now after this just I am going to place some 2D or 3D elements into our this scene here. So first here just I am going to create a 3D text here with the help of element 3D here. So simply you can create your 3D text here. So now here just I have created about this 3D text here. Then after this we have to select about this text group here. This is again important things here. Then downside in the transform option alignment, just we have to select about this bottom here. So this will actually just place your this anchor point or pivot point at bottom here. Okay, so these are again important things here. Now finally press OK here. Even if you want, you can also import any 3D model with the help of this import options, or you can create some default element from our this options here. Now finally press OK here and just hide this 2D text here. So simply just hide this one. So now here just I have created my 3D text here. So now after this just I am going to place our 3D text on our this roof here. So what we have to do? So first we have to create a group null from our this element 3D here. Then again open this group 1. Then click on this create group null and just click on simply create. So now here just I have created this group null from our this element 3D here. Remember this one? So this is actually our 3D text controller here. Then after this we have to select our locators or point where you want to place your text. So maybe here, so like this you can select your any point where you want to place your text. So which is our null tracker 23. So here just I want to place my this 3D text. So how you can exact move your 3D text at this positions here. So simply nothing you have to do, just simply select this group null which you have created from element 3D. Then simply take this spiral and hold shift and just connect with this tracker 23 here. So this will automatically just move your this 3D text at this tracker positions here. Then after this we have to scale over this 3D text. Then again select this solid and come here in this particle look option and just increase size from here. Then we can rotate it here. Then again just select this group null and press R, so easily you can rotate. So now just let me move playhead here, so easily we can see and we can focus. So now here you can see actually this is our 3D text here. Now just play and check here for this one only. So now you can see, so this text is just placed on over this roof here and this is looking good here. Then after this we have to create some lights. Then simply again right click on this timeline, then click on new and just create this light and maybe point light, then press OK. Then after this again select this light, hold shift and just connect with this tracker 23 here. So this will automatically move your light also at this points here. Then you can adjust your light, even you can adjust your this light intensity. So till here again save as our project here. So again click on file, save scene as, save as and just give any name. Then after this we have to just refine our light here, and if there is any requirement then we can also create another light here. So again select this one, press Ctrl D and just create second one and just move little bit up here. So you can just see this is our second light here. So now just play and check here this one only. So now here you can see I have placed my this 3D text on top of this roof here and this is looking good here. Then finally just simply click it and just select this full quality here. So this will actually just display in full quality mode here. So play and check here. So now you can see this is looking good here. Then after this, if you want, you can also just create some context shadow here, or you can enable your ambient occlusion. So this will just a little bit mix your this 3D text with our this roof here. So for this, what we have to do, just simply again we have to select our solid here, this one where you have applied your element 3D. Then again click on this setup, scene setup, then just create a plane and just scale it here. Then we have to open this plane group here and just select the default material. Then downside you will get option this, actually our matte shadow. So this one just we have to check, then press OK here. Then after this, just come here in this setting, render settings options, and just in ambient occlusions, and just enable our this AO options here. Maybe now you can see here, even if you want, you can also select here maybe ray trace. So this is a little bit heavy, so according to your requirement, just we have to adjust all these parameters here. Okay, so now you can see here, and just you can adjust all these values here. So now press N here, so just play only this one area, so easily we can see. So now here you can see, so just a little bit we have to move one light here, so easily we can actually just highlight over this text here. So just you have to adjust your light positions. Even from here, if you want, you can also just adjust some lights here. So in our this lighting environment, just select any lights here, one. So now you can see here, and little bit just light position we have to also adjust it here. So just select this light and just move little bit playhead here. So actually in our this close up area easily we can focus. Now just we have to adjust our light. So just little bit rotate your text here, so actually easily we can see our this text. So again just select this locator, now press R, so just little bit just we have to rotate. So maybe this is looking good here. Now just play and check here. So again make quality half here, so easily actually just we can play and just check about this output here. So now here you can see this 3D text just placed on over this roof here. So like this, just you can place any 3D element into over this scene here. So now just after this, just I'm going to import some 2D elements and just I'm going to place it here. So again till here Control S. So here just I'm going to import some 2D elements here. Then again click on this project here. Then click on File and click on Import and just select your 2D elements here. So now here just I've imported some 2D elements here. Then after this we have to place these 2D elements into over this scene here. Then select maybe first this one. Then just drag and drop here. And just adjust little bit here, so you can see this is our first 2D elements here. Now here this 2D element just I want to place on our this building here. So first we have to convert this 2D layer into our 3D layer. So this is again important things here, so just convert it into 3D layer here. Then we have to select some locators on our these buildings here, where you want to place your actually this elements here. So maybe here, so just simply select. So maybe this is our locator here. Then after this you can simply copy this position and you can paste on over these 2D elements, or just simply you can hold shift and just you can connect with this null tracker here. So simply just select this position, now Control C, copy, and just select this 2D element, now press P and just Control V, paste it here. So now you can see these are 2D elements here. Then you can scale down here. So one more important things here, actually if you will see here, this 2D elements is also affected by our these lights here. So actually here these 2D elements I don't want to affect these lights, because these lights just only for this 3D text here. So then after this what we can do, just simply open our this layer properties and in our this material options, then downside you will get this accepted light option. So just we have to off this one, so simply click here. So now this will not affect by these lights here. Okay, so you will get your exact original elements here. Now then after this you can resize this one, press S and just adjust it here. Now again Control S, now press Control S, now play and check. So now here you can see, now again just select this quality. So now here you can see this is looking good here. Then after this if you want, you can simply just select this full quality mode here. Then finally you can render this scene. So guys, this is our final output here. So like this you can place any 2D or 3D element into your scene here. So guys, till here I have completed our this class. So if you like this video, please watch, share, comment and subscribe my channel if you are still not subscribed my channel. So thanks for watching.